Well, we're all done right now, heading back to Ontario from Northfield Park. Pretty productive night, really. We made some changes to Tour de Lindy's shoes and equipment, and I just wanted to get a feel for them tonight. You know, I thought we were a winner at the half. Around the last turn, they were still trotting pretty good. And we come out of the turn, he trotted to the wire. He didn't accelerate through the straightaway down the lane, but he trotted through the wire. And, you know, we were pulling up, and I'd spoke to Ronnie before the race and asked him just, you know, about the horse last week, you know, because he looked dreadful. To be honest, the horse looked terrible last week. Bumpy and rough and out of gear. And then he finally exploded. And we talked about it before the race and after the race. And I said, you know, jokingly, but not from where I sit, I said, you drive this guy next week, he won't lose. Now, obviously, it's a horse race. Any horse can lose, and you probably shouldn't say that. But the horse felt great tonight. One more little tweak to his shoeing and his equipment. As I said to Lauren, we talked after the race. Jason and I and her talked before the races, and Lauren and I talked after the races. Said, one more little change, and that will be perfect. Tour de Lindy is a sweetheart to drive. What a nice horse to be around. Post-parade, warm-up, in the mile. Just an absolute sweetheart to be around. And tonight, yeah, I would like to see him win tonight, but he wasn't quite perfect. He was really good, but not perfect. And as I said to Lauren, one more little change. I think the horse will be perfect next week, and I think he's sitting on a win. As I said to Ronnie, you know, pulling up, I said, if they leave, everything being equal, they leave us in this class, don't pick over this horse next week. Take it for what it is. So we're leaving Northfield Park right now. You see the trees behind us. All the trees lit up in lights. It's really nice this time of year here. Now we're heading back to Ontario, where everybody's about to be at least in 50% lockdown, which is pretty miserable. A pretty miserable feeling. I know I read now today the border's going back to, if you come back, it's not closed, but when you come back into Canada, you need a PCR test, which, whatever. It's not the end of the world. Now, I won't be coming over next week, but I will be over at some point. Amy and I and Lauren were talking. We have some horses to move around. They're actually getting a little heavy on horses over here, and we're still a little light on horses, meaning we could use a few more horses in Ontario, and they could use a few less here. It's going to work out perfectly, actually. We just have to actually physically move them around. So we'll start doing that maybe this week into next week. Lauren has 25 in the barn right now, and still has Walk on the Moon, I'm a Lovely Lady, and Mama Knows Best to come back in. So we'll get them back in and going this week. Yes, was tremendous. Raced huge tonight. 54-2 on a kind of a crappy night, right? It was muddy last night. You could still see how the track was a little sticky and taxing. I thought the horse raced really, really well. Just showed his class, right? You give a classy horse an opportunity to win, more times than not, they will. And that's exactly what you saw take place tonight. We still got our boy Simba coming up later on. As I said, I just can't possibly wait another 2 hours to leave for Ontario. That's the difference between being halfway home and not. So Amy and I wouldn't get home till 3 in the morning if I waited until after Simba. That's just silly. So Simba's on his own with Ronnie tonight. I wished him good luck, wished everybody a Merry Christmas, and headed out down the road. Yes, was awesome. Tour de Lindy, I love that horse. Man, he's a sweetheart. He raced good. He'll be much, much better next week. So with that, we're all done for 2021. I've said this a few times now. We're all done for 2021 here in, that might be a lie. I'm going to sneak over. It's going to be a busy time in between Christmas and New Year's. I won't say it's my last time. I'll just wish everybody a Merry Christmas, because I definitely won't be over before Christmas. So, open house coming up. Your videos are being loaded and sent to Kelly right now. It was a good night here at Northfield Park. It's been a great weekend at the stable.ca, but all the fireworks are coming. We got the open house, New Year's Eve, next Friday morning. Christmas Eve. Oh, Christmas Eve. I'm sorry. Thank you. Christmas Eve, next Friday morning, and then Santa comes on Saturday. So, again, Merry Christmas to everybody. Hope you all had a good weekend. I know I did, globetrotting, and yes, made sure of that. And more things to come. We got our big boy Locatelli tomorrow. Take care.